0.
Fuck ShowBizz. I might. Come on. All right.
Show to the bizzle, S to the BA for shizzle my nizzle and get dribbled by Javante. Abdul had the braids on the turban and they had grease on them. Plus if they were short then he could have worked with them. Bob and weed, boy Roach wasn't hurting them. Bro was a hustler, outworking them. Show to the bizzle, S to the BA for Sheezy and easy referee when Stevie. Bro start to count then no, went Stevie. 4 put the towel on bro. Still Stevie. Roach said they robbed me. The draw overturned to win, but somehow Tank beat those charges like Rocky. Show to the bizzle, S to the BA. Not guilty, they cannot appeal. He's not real to me. This my championship. A knockdown. Show the proof, son of a bitch. For shizzle my nizzle and get dribbled by Javante. Roach can jab him, keep your damn hands up. Not guilty, hair was too greasy. Roach can jab him, keep your damn hands up. Show is back, boxing, told through rap. Y'all acting like I told you cap, like y'all exposed show. No, Roach did that, so hopefully you don't have to go through that. But this isn't cap, Roach ain't that. When they run it back and Tank don't run to corner, back in the lab. Hungry like a hippo, starting out simple, back surrounded by his people. Me with a new post, after being exposed and Roach going off, all because they fought to a draw. So you know I've seen it all before. I've seen Haney deflate just for Osterine's sake. Cause Ryan he failed, then I got the hate. Now we need a rematch, Lamont Roach and Tank. Show to the bizzle, S to the BA. Rematch Roach KO'd in 2 by Javante.
It's a joke, man. Loosen up and enjoy it.
Up off that? Yeah, yeah, yes, up off. Bah. Hey! Hey! Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what day it is, huh? Yeah. Yeah. It's Facts Friday. Baby. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz adult. All right, man, look. Look at who we have here. Let me see who we have up here. Hey, Boogie. Wow, look at you. Chip Skylark. What's going on with you? Oops. All right, man. Look, first I want to say this. Everybody, welcome to the Facts Friday. If you haven't done it, please close out the chat, hit the like, and give it up for Vonda Hill.
Bring on lips with a laugh and do the cabbage patch. Kiss a pretty lady and then sign some autographs. The burn young man can shaboing boing.
Hit the Tyson bell. And I swear before Lord, what has taken us so long to give it up to the lady?
You should let me in. You deserve. No, you deserve better. Baby.
Oh, hit the Tyson bell. Have my do-rag on, got the do-rag line across the forehead. It clear up in a minute. And wait a minute, hold on, everybody, look.
Yeah, put it simply in here. I like surprises. I came here for prizes. Big booty and thighs is promising my guys is how I could get inside this. Stupid, I realize this, but there's so much I wanna know about you, but I don't really wanna know. That's what they say. You make it too hard for a nigga. I got you, but I got the time. Let's make it work.
Hit the Tyson bell. And let me ask you guys something. Are we in the building? Are we or are we not in the damn building? You got that right, Unc. Hell no. We outside.
You think it happen when you outside? You can lose a fight, see a chick, have a con with that vibe. You can ride a bike, see a nigga, and ask if he's alright.
Tyson Bell. And listen, before we get started, we need our inspiration. It's a Facts Friday. I don't want you guys too drunk this damn weekend. You know what? Get as drunk as you like. Who the hell about to argue? Who about to make to judge? Hold on, man. Wait a second, brother. My you dig done froze up. My you dig done froze up. Hold on. Gonna freak. It froze up. Now, how the hell am I going to do the show? How the hell am I going to do the show? Hold on. Go back here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Would you look at this? Hold on real quick. Now this I've never seen before. Let me see if I can close it out and come back. Hold on. Up. Hold on, man. Let me see. Did they do that to squat? Okay, it works now. They almost try to get us. No, man. Squat up. Let's go. Yeah, ain't no stopping squat up. Ain't no stopping. He said, let's go. And that's the Black Tortugas. All right, y'all. I got a show for you guys today. We're going to be talking about the fights that were announced. Really, I did the video yesterday. I don't know what's going on. I do know what's going on. So YouTube has changed a few things on their algorithm, and it doesn't hit a lot of YouTubers. So the views aren't close to what they usually are. And the first time I got hit by it was yesterday. So I did do a video yesterday. If you guys didn't get the notifications, you got to do something extra now. You got to click the notification bell. You got to go all the way down and hit all notifications so you can get notifications from this channel. Hit the Tyson bell. But it's diabolical. I lost my mind. And then I went on YouTube and I saw a bunch of major YouTubers getting pissed off about their views changing and stuff like that. But the point is, I did a video yesterday about a few of the rumors, the fight announcements, but I didn't get a chance to cover Lamont Roach versus Isak Pitbull Cruz. I showed the poster, but I already recorded a damn video, so I had to just go back and edit in the poster. But I want to have my take, and I think it's great because out of all the fights that I was rumoring and stuff like this and like that, that was the only one that was announced yesterday. All right, so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some of the fights that were announced. Also, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, I will be calling that event tomorrow. All right, tomorrow I will be calling that event. I've been wanting to get into Bare Knuckle. We in the zone war. We in the zone war, man. And I want to play some bets. I do. I want to see what I can do when it comes to Bare Knuckle. I am looking forward to placing a bet or two on my bookie that I want to try. I'm when Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship first started, it was towards the beginning of me starting this channel. I remember when it was announced. I remember saying, oh my God, we're going to start covering Bare Knuckle. I wanted to cover it from the very beginning because it's the origins of boxing, right? So it's like, dude, we going back to the origins of boxing. So hit the Tyson bell. So, I definitely want to see that. I'm going to laugh my ass off. I know, because it's so damn brutal, and brutality makes me laugh. So I know I'm going to have a fantastic time. I do want to learn the fighters. I want to learn the weight classes. Are there weight classes? I saw the press conference yesterday and it was diabolical. I'm looking at Mike Perry. He's far bigger than Stevens. I'm like, so what the hell? So I need to understand the weight classes. I need to understand the rules. Hopefully we can all learn together. It's probably going to be the funniest live stream I do because I'm going to be laughing the whole way through. Hit the Tyson bell. And those are bars. Another thing, make sure you guys hit the like. Like I said, YouTube is weird with the algorithm. Hit the like. Let's get people in here. As you guys hit the like, I do want to tell you a funny story, which I thought it was funny. You may not, but it made me laugh. All right. I watch Interrogations. Okay. Weight classes don't matter. Oh, so they don't have weight classes. Okay. I watch interrogations on YouTube. Or do you guys do the same thing? I don't know why. That's another weird, sick thing I got going on, to where seeing people get busted and then try to lie through it is extremely entertaining to me, because during the interrogation videos, they let you know that person is the murderer, and just to see them try to finagle their way through, I laugh the whole time. Very entertaining. Yeah, I love it. Okay, did you guys see the one where there's this brother? All right, this brother, listen, man, he's being interrogated, and his name is Ronald. And the cops are like, hey, because there was a victim, a murder victim. Have you ever seen this woman before? Ronald's like, no, I've never seen her before. They're like, okay. Have you ever seen this car before? You're like, no, I ain't never seen that shit. You never seen this car? I've never seen that car before. They like, it's funny because your DNA is all through the car. And he's like, it is? How is that when I never even seen it, let alone been in it? They like, hey, Ronald, the DNA matches you. Ronald has a record. He submitted his DNA before. They matched the blood and shit all through the car, hair follicles, everything. Ronald, can you please explain why your DNA is in the car? Ronald's like, I mean, I've never seen it, so I don't know why it's there. All right. So then, make a long story short, they're going around and round and around and around. Ronald, please, can you give some explanation? Ronald's like, all right, look, I got a twin brother. They said, you got a twin brother? I got a twin. You got a twin brother? Yep. What's your twin brother's name? Donald. Wait a minute. Ronald, you have a twin brother named Donald. You have a twin brother named Donald. Yeah. So they just like, so if we asked your mom right now, your mom's still alive. Yeah, she stay on Wilcott. If we ask your mom right now, she'll say you have a twin brother. Yep. Hey, call his mother. Ask her this question and report back. All right, roger that. So they talking to Ronald. They call his mom. They say, hey, I got Ronald up in here. Do you have another son? She said, yes. So you got another son? Yes. What's his name? His name Donald. Wait a second. Yeah, they twins. You got another son? And wait a second. Ronald wasn't lying. They go back to Ronald. Hey, you do got a twin brother. Yeah, I got a twin brother. They catch the twin brother. The twin brother, it was his blood in the car. They tell Ronald, hey, talk to your twin brother to see if you can get him to confess or whatever. So they bring Ronald in to the room with with Donald. Donald's in there looking crazy as hell. Ronald shows up as hey, Donald, hey, man, they think I did it. And then Donald's like, well, how they catch you? He said, because, man, the blood in the car, it matched my blood and we twins. And then Donald was like, oh, yeah, true that. So then, immediately, they start coming up with a plan. Ronald's like, yo, so I'm going to say I was at my mama's house. Then you would say, the cops come in like, hey, y'all break that shit up. break that up. Ronald, you diabolical. Get out of here. Donald, you stay right here. Long story short, Donald is guilty. He goes to jail for life. Man, hey, find that shit. That is insane. That is insane. Oh, you saw that one. It's the funniest shit in the world. It's nice bell. All right, let me get my black 2 sugars. Let's go on with the show. So, everybody, make sure you hit the like. Hey, check this out. Check this out. Here it is. We got the receipts. Lamont Roach versus Eastside Pitbull Cruz. Receipts! fights, motherfucker. Here it is. Look at that. So the fight is going to be at 140, just in case you guys were wondering, because Lamont Roach had a pit stop at 135 to beat Tank Davis. You see how I did that? Fight on December 6th in San Antonio. Oh, shit. In San Antonio. Okay. We have a lot to break down here. I like Roach for this. We have a lot to break down here. Lamont Roach is showing a ton of balls. He goes from 135 to 130, back to 135, and for one fight with Tank. I think it was a robbery. End up being a draw. Moves up, fight Eastside Pitbull Cruz at 140 in San Antonio. The crowd isn't going to be looking at Lamont Roach. The crowd is pro Pitbull. Can we agree there? In San Antonio, the crowd would be pro Pitbull. Can we agree? I just want to, it makes me feel like Pitbull is the A side. Yes. Okay. Hit the Tyson bell. Now, Pitbull been doing this thing at 140. Pitbull is probably thicker, too heavy for 140, to be honest. Yeah, 100%. Okay. Lamont Roach fighting Pitbull at 140. I think it's diabolical. I think I'm going to put money on the fight. Actually, I know I am. And I want to be convinced that Lamont Roach is going to beat Pitbull. Honestly, I don't know who wins the fight. The only reason I don't know who wins the fight is because I'm going to get trolled if I say Pitbull wins the fight. I got hit so hard with Canelo Crawford, I'm a little gun shy. You guys know I stay transparent. Because my mind says Pitbull wins the fight. Roach might stop Pitbull. Okay. Why? Pitbull is one-dimensional. Okay. Roach is a big boy anyway, though. Okay. Pitbull got pop. Okay. I got Pit, honestly. I'm rolling with Roach. Okay. Roach about to blend Pitbull ass up. All right. Rayo made the blueprint. Okay. That I knew was coming. I'm going to ask you guys, does El Rayo and Lamont Roach fight alike at all? Know what? I'm going to answer that for you. Rayo is longer. He fights a lot with his feet. He moves a lot. He's a mover, and he's very busy. When he fought Pitbull, he boxed on the outside, and he fought him off of him too. Don't forget, Pitbull was catching Rayo. That's the Black Two Sugars. It's just that Rayo fought him off with busyness. All right? That is the style that Rayo has. Roach is a counterpuncher who sits in the pocket. Counterpuncher who sits in the pocket. I'm not sure how well that works against Pitbull. That's number one. I don't know how well that works. It works well against Tank because Tank is also a counterpuncher. I'm just putting questions out there. I know what's going to happen with y'all. Y'all going to say, oh, you think Lamont Roach going to lose? Lamont ain't got a chance. ShowBizz. Ah! Let me just put some shit out here for you guys, just logically speaking, right? Tank Davis is also a counterpuncher. I've said this before. When fighters have fought Tank Davis patiently, it bothered him. Ask Rolly. Rolly only got knocked out when he got impatient. And that's the Black Two Sugars. Watch that fight again. Hold on real quick. Hold on. My Donna Broner. Can Roach take the pressure? We know that Pitbull going to do. How good is Roach at 140? Okay. Now, that's one thing. Roach's fighting style. All right. But here's the second thing. I don't know how good Roach is. And just to add a little mustard to it, y'all are some damn liars, bruh. I'm going to call y'all out. Y'all so busy calling Biz out, I'm going to call you out. Y'all some damn liars, bro. Y'all switch up crazy. And y'all keep blaming me, say I switch up. I don't. Y'all do. Because none of y'all saying that Roach is the next Terrence Crawford now wasn't saying any of that shit before the Tank fight. Either y'all was saying y'all didn't want to see the fight, or Tank was cherry picking, or Roach was too damn small. I'm keeping it a buck because I know I did. Y'all were right there. None of y'all was calling Roach the next Terrence Crawford. None of y'all said Roach had crazy IQ and was crazy skillful and was going to beat Tank. Y'all damn lie. Y'all see Roach versus Tank, this one damn fight, all of a sudden, he's too good of a boxer. And that's the black tooth shit. Y'all cannot get me off of this. Because by a huge margin, y'all are calling Tank a cherry picker, a duck, and all that shit. By a huge margin. All of a sudden, I'm the damn fool for questioning how good Roach is, really? Let's keep it real. When you know Tank hasn't been inspired to fight since Frank Martin. Y'all know this. Tank just said against Jake, I ain't the face of boxing, I'm just a guy who boxes. That guy has been plugged out for 2 years. All of a sudden, Roach is the next Terrence Crawford? Love him like a play cousin. I'm just saying, whoa, 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 pump the brakes for a minute. I've seen this before. I remember when everybody was saying Buster Douglas was going to beat Evander the Real Deal Holyfield. I remember that. I remember that like yesterday. Y'all don't. Many of you guys are too young. Look at the gray in my beard. I remember. I remember before Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas was a buster, a cherry pick. Just like y'all said with Buster Douglas knocks Tyson ass out, who's an uninspired Mike Tyson. Everyone knew that too. But Buster Douglas versus Holyfield, not only did they give him a chance, he was the favorite. Holyfield knocked that man out within 3 rounds. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying Lamont Roach is Buster Douglas. I'm saying, how the hell can y'all be so confident in knowing that? And knowing that he is a fantastic fighter who's slick with high IQ. How is it not Tank had an off night, or he was just kryptonite for Super Tank? How can y'all tell? Give me the 3 fights that is convincing you guys. Include Tank. Right now, tell me the other 2. Right now. I'm just questioning. I'm wondering, and I think it makes sense. Go, DJ. That's my DJ. Let me see. I think Roach is going to fight Pitbull the same way Tank did. I don't think he can pull it off at 140. Here's the thing, DJ. I still don't think Roach is as good as Tank. I don't. I think Tank is a far better fighter than Roach. He just was Tank's kryptonite, just like Tarver and Roy. Tarver struggled with everybody else. But when it came to Roy, he was working Roy for 2 reasons. Roy wasn't the same as Roy, like Tank ain't the same as Tank. But number 2, he's a bad matchup for Roy. He knew Roy since the amateurs. And the southpaw, he was a horrible matchup for Roy. Roy won the first one by the skin of his teeth. Up off net, Biz. Do you think starting aggressive and stand on the outside could keep Rafael off that dog? And stop. Yeah. Let me see. Biz, I think Lamont is going to hurt Cruz and win. Okay. I understand that. But here's my thing. I'm on my soapbox.
He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodle car.
Claymore. Oh, what's up, Claymore? New member, baby. That's Claymore. Always thought you looked like Clubber Lang, bruh. For some damn reason, you remind me of Clubber Lang. You just like somebody would have to hit you in the head with a bat. You got one of those heads that it's like all one unit. Your head to your shoulder to your neck is like one unit. Is that Claymore for Claymore? I'm not, yo, you know I'm not being, yo, you look like, when I see you, I'm like, that dude, you got to grab a bat. I saw you on Blue Blood Shadow. I was like, him? You know, me, I always think about fighting always. Anyway, it's just in my blood. I sized you up. I said, that dude, I'm going to have to grab a bat and take a step. All right, wait. Let me get, hold on. Claymore, you done messed up my whole segment. I'm on my soapbox.
He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodle car.
Okay, look. I'm going to keep it a bean. Tank took a knee, and it should have been a knockdown. Oh, God. He was robbed of a knockdown. It should have been about 2 points. Because he got his eye wiped, too. That's close to disqualification. I'm 100% with you guys on that one. But with that said, Lamont Roach ain't knock him down. And that's the Black Two Sugars. Tanky Wankies been saying this for a minute. Lamont Roach ain't knock him down. He gonna knock out Pitbull? Tank couldn't. Lamont Roach is now he's swatting. I love him like a play cousin, but I'm gonna keep it. Now he's swatting. Brother, this fight with Pitbull is a problem. And that's the Black Two Sugars. I ain't never seen a man set up this badly ever. The guy just got his spot off in that light. He just got his spot off in that light, bruh. You gonna throw him in a damn pit with Pitbull, moving furniture and rolling around the mud with him? That fight gonna be torture and grueling as hell. If he gets out of it, he's better than Tank. He's better than Tank because he beat Tank, got robbed, and he beat Pitbull. If he gets out of it, he's better than Tank. Think you have a point, Biz. You feel me, Tip? Let me see. If Roach can see and wear Pitbull's punches like did against Tank, I think he could outbox him if he is as focused as he was. Hey, bruh. Hey, look. Yeah, he's gonna get his 2 cents. Hey, bro. Tank had a safety on that Glock. Hey. I said it before, and I'll say it again, and you tanky wankies can take it as however you like it. Because with me, the filter's off. Tank doesn't like getting hit. Tank said he was a little nervous versus Ryan, right? He don't like getting hurt. When Roach was countering him, Tank had a safety on that Glock. And that's the Black Two Sugars. He tried to open up a little bit. He had a safety on that Glock, bro. All Glocks got safeties. You get what I'm saying? He had a safety on. The safety was on. That's the Black Two Sugars. Pitbull, shit. Pitbull, shit. And that's the Black Two Sugars. Pitbull's gonna be sitting down throwing some shit. All I got, the only thing I can say is that little parade Lamont Roach did after his draw with Tank. That's pissing a lot of tanky wankies off. He followed that up fighting Pitbull at 140. So his integrity, I have no question. Because he won a Shakur. So his integrity, that I don't question that at all. I just don't know how good he is. And it's funny that y'all do. That's my thing. Hell, after that draw, he's fighting Pitbull in a damn hell fight, while Tank is fighting Jake Paul. And what I would like to call Let's help fund the PBC fight. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, dog. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Tank said it's the fight I want next, but it ain't gonna be next. Fighting Jake. Tank right now is doing what he got to do. Tank is doing what he got to do. Manny Pacquiao too, which would be a good segue to Manny Pacquiao versus Rolly, but I ain't ready yet. All right, but with that said, I'm before Lamont Roach beat Tank. He beat Tank, right? He beat Tank. I thought he won the fight without the knockdown. I thought he won at 7-5 without the knockdown. I got 8-4 with the knockdown. But he didn't beat up Tank. But I think Tank was very discouraged. But with that said, everybody can have a bad night or have a fantastic night. With that said, though, I wonder how many of you would have said that Lamont Roach would beat Pitbull at 140 before Tank. Tank got rocked. Not enough to make you think he'd knock out Pitbull. I want you guys to send me Lamont Roach KO highlights. Tell me who's on him. Not a damn chance. You wouldn't give him a damn chance. You wouldn't give him a damn chance. You wouldn't give him a damn chance. I'm gonna say this too. For you tanky wankies, I'm gonna ask you guys before I move on, because we're 30 minutes in, and that was way longer than I expected this to be. For you tanky wankies, though, you got to really think about this, because I know how you guys think. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna ask a question. Just my opinion. I think Pitbull is too one-dimensional for Roach. Tank almost controlled Pitbull with an injured hand. Roach chin is the question mark. How many dimensions does Roach have? I haven't heard you guys calling him the living tribunal. You know, y'all calling him the eternity. Y'all calling him Kang the Conqueror now. I didn't hear none of that multi-dimensional shit until one fight with Tank, and he didn't have many dimensions then either. That brother was chilling. That brother was like, bah, bah. He was nice, but y'all act like that brother's Kang the Conqueror, bro. I love him like a play cousin. I know he hates me. I'm just saying it. Herring was the only one true test I've seen besides Tank. Right. And Herring won. But he also had Hector Garcia was a struggle and a half, bro. Hector Garcia was a struggle and a half. I see Lamont Roach dropped and everything. So either way, let me ask you guys this question for the tanky wankies. All right. Y'all got to really think. Who do you want to win between Lamont Roach and Pitbull? Think about it. Tanky wankies, think. What was that song by Homegirl? You better think. Think. See, she. What was her name? Patra. Yo, she as a little boy, yo, that was crazy. let me see. Did we forget Pitbull TKO the GOAT Rolly? Right. Don't sleep on Pitbull. Who do you want to win? I want the best man to win. Goon, you're not a tanky wanky. All right, you're a boxing fan. I'm talking about tanky wankies. Pitbull, you want Pitbull to win. I want Roach to win. To set up the rematch. Okay. Now listen, because this is tough. Hold on real quick. Great work, Biz. It should be exciting to see Roach versus Pitbull. And if Pitbull uses a jab like he did his last fight, he's trouble for anyone. He's trouble for anyone. While y'all talking about El Rayo, I don't know if Roach beats El Rayo. Let me see. Pitbull is 9% head with no neck. Can't get hurt. That brother, that's gonna be something. Listen. Pitbull is a decent defensive fighter too. But don't worry about that part. Don't worry about that part. If Pitbull wins, if Pitbull knocks out Roach, what does that mean for Tank? For me, I think that means Tank just had a bad night, bro. Now Tank, y'all know I love all fighters. I'm not any fighter hater. The funny thing with y'all is when I show love to a fighter, y'all think I'm a fanboy. I show love to all of them. When I criticize, y'all think I'm hating. The truth of to me, if Pitbull stops Lamont Roach, I think that means Tank had an off night. If Roach beats Pitbull, outboxes him and everything, Roach is as good, if not better than Tank, bro. 50-50. That's the Black Two Sugars. Because Pitbull is one of Tank's best wins. He gets robbed against Tank and then beats Pitbull. Lamont Roach is asked, what did that say about Tank? How good is he really? Bruh, or how great is Roach on the cup half full shit? If Lamont Roach beats Pitbull, to me, he's obviously better than, because he beat Tank. I said this before. Y'all don't look at the outcome, the results of my prediction, but look at the logic behind my arguments. I had crazy logic for Canelo beating Crawford. I looked at that from every point. It's what I do. I got my master's. I've written argumentative papers for 7 years straight with. I had to write a paper. This is diabolical to say. I had to write a paper arguing why Hitler is a hero. Now, you know, so they made the class write that shit. So I had to break down what is a hero. This. I got an A on it, and Hitler is a piece of shit at the least. So what I'm saying is my arguments for Canelo was well thought out. But the thing was, meaning if Terrence Crawford wins, he's on Mount Rushmore, and that's where I put him. If Lamont Roach beats Pitbull, he's the real deal. Real deal Holyfield, bruh. And 130 may have just been a bad weight for him, and he had to fight up. Terrence Crawford at 160, 168 is probably unbeatable, fam. He was already unbeatable. Right now, he's probably shit. He rocked Canelo. And I ain't talking about when Canelo looked back. I'm talking about when he did I need to show that. When he did the leg shit and he was all over like the 12th round. I thought he was about to knock him out. If Lamont Roach beats Pitbull, he's the real deal. And I don't know how you can't say he's better than Tank. And that's the Black Two Sugars. I don't think Roach beats Frank. I don't know if I think I got Frank. But if he beats Pitbull, I don't know how you can't say he is better than. How is he not? Roach been celebrating the greatest draw of all time. His post-fight media run was diabolical. We talking a draw about it. I mean, yeah, to your point, bruh. You know, I always thought it was funny when Lamont Roach was like, yeah, and ShowBizz. Brother, hold on. First of all, you're right. You didn't get knocked out and your head ain't bounced off the canvas, but it's still a draw, bro. You act like, you know, yeah, and ShowBizz, you act like you knocked Tank out. The thing is, I like Roach, but I got tough skin. I don't really dislike. I'm too old, bro. I'm 45. You know, the guys there, they're all younger. I don't really dislike those guys. All right. But let me see. Let me move. No. We're not trying to make any arguments for Hitler. That was an example. We ain't trying to make arguments for Hitler in the war room here. That was just, he's a piece of shit. I was just saying I have practice in writing argumentative papers. That's it. All right. So damn, you 45 on? Oh yeah, every bit of it. I'm feeling it every day. I'm feeling it. But with that transparent labs though, I lost 2 pounds. So I can't wait to see if there's a before and after result to where it's like, yo, this shit works crazy. All right. Okay, let me move forward. Let me move forward because we're 40 damn minutes. This is really, I screwed it. All right, we're gonna be here for at least an hour and a half. Listen, let's take a quick break and let's look at what I like to call diabolical daughter.
We have had a very hard time overcoming her blindness. It's been very difficult, and we try really hard to do basic here, baby. Right there you go.
Let me tell you something. If you don't have kids, whenever you get them, they will be your best friend, unless you're a piece of shit. All right. But if you're a parent who gives a shit, you can't have a friend better than your clone. They're literally your clone, and they would do anything to defend their mommy and daddy, bruh. For her to do that with her daughter, tell her daughter to act blind, she went. That baby went. Hey, Sexy Kendra, hey, you can't get right, hey, Biz, we freaking love you, man. Love you, boy. Hey, look, just one more game.
We have had a very hard time overcoming her blindness. It's been very difficult, and we try really hard to do basic here, baby. Right there you go.
Hey, that baby was like, that baby was going in. That baby don't even know what a grant is. Biz, love you, boy. Hey, hold on. A new member, baby. If he loses, will he be another Cambosis? Yeah. Cambosis, the type of guy you'll want to see again. But really, he's one of those not quite guys. You know those guys? James Bone Crusher Smith, Ernie Shavers. Not gatekeeper, just a not quite guy. You know what I'm saying? The funny thing is, not Adrian Broner. Maidana, though, is a not quite guy. Adrian Broner was actually the truth. Man, it's so sad. That guy was really special. Okay. No, not a bum. Stacey Kendra is Stacey Kendra beyond diabolical. All right. Let's move on. I want you guys to try to recall something. All right. Question, Biz. If Pitbull wins, who would you want him to fight next? Oh, shit. Hey. I've been wanting that Ryan Garcia Pitbull fight like a mofo, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. And I wouldn't mind. Pitbull may stop. He may be the worst thing in the world for Ryan, man. To be honest, but Duarte, Shakur. The winner between Shakur and T.O. Let me see. I'd love to see if Shakur can have another great performance with someone dangerous. Oh, that'd be perfect for Shakur. Then we can see Shakur versus Tank. I'm gonna keep it real with Shakur, and that's my brother. I just think Pitbull isn't that good right now. Hey, I'm gonna keep it real with Shakur, and that's my brother. That's my brother. Let me tell you something. Broner was special. Now he's very special. Traverse, not right now. Traverse, what you did on X, brother. I can't talk to you for a while. All right, bro, because that's my new sponsor. That's my new sponsor, brother. That's a bag. Y'all don't go check what Traverse said on X, bro. Let me see. If Biz was blind, he'll still have peripheral. Okay, that's one of the funniest things I've ever read in my life. Where was I? Oh, let me keep it real with Shakur, okay? I'm gonna keep. This is my take. I've been holding this for a while because I thought it when I was looking at him versus Zapata. Shakur, forgive me. That fight was your best performance, mostly because of Zapata. It wasn't just y'all wanted me to stand up. Zapata was cutting off the ring and was throwing a lot of hands. And that type of fight is great for Shakur. That would make Shakur look great all the time. Pitbull would be great for Shakur. It makes Shakur look great every time. De Los Santos with that big hammer just waiting with the speed and the range. Horrible for Shakur. Shakur, he can't fight. He can't do it. Bruh. A sniper, just like Tank and Lamont Roach. You sit there with that rock, and like a 5-year-old with a rock, act like going, and he just, bruh, like too shook. The pedal was just coming in swinging, throwing a million punches. Shakur's going to look like Sweet Pea Whitaker because he's so talented. He's going to look like Sweet Pea Whitaker. But if you sit there like Wilder, you know how Wilder be like this here? Hey, bro. Hey, that's torture. Wilder was torture. Y'all can kiss my ass. Before he was wrecked by Tyson Fury wrecked him forever. And Wilder did a number on Tyson Fury too. They wrecked each other. But Wilder got the worst end of it. Prime Wilder, when he kept pushing his gloves in and on this shit, that shit right there, hey, bro. And that right came fast. Pause. That shit right there was torture. So if you're a sniper against Shakur, it's torture. Let me see. Biz, Ryan is the best, not quite guy. Right now, yes, he's creme de la creme. He's filet mignon, thin sliced. Between right the softest part of Satan's taint. just rare, very high quality, not quite. Because anytime he's on TV, it stops the show. So he is, you can't, it's almost transparent. Like he is high quality. Let me see. Biz, Pitbull has more speed and power than Zapata. More speed? I don't know about that. If Shakur can do what he did with Zapata to Pitbull, that'd be impressive. If he doesn't get touched. Oh yes. Oh yes. If Shakur, oh yes. But I think he works Pitbull. I do. My problem, y'all making me skip, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. All right. This is our show. My problem is this shit.
Shakur Stevenson, I'm coming for you, brother.
Hulk Hogan, we coming for you.
What are you gonna do when the takeover takes over you, brother?
I don't like to lose.
You think you can fuck with me?
I don't know who wins the fight, but Shakur ain't gonna look good. T.O. moves too well, too much. He's too slick. He ain't gonna look good. He ain't gonna look good. Shakur probably win the fight because T.O. ain't gonna look that good. Because Shakur, when T.O. has to fight a slick fighter, because T.O. a lot of times try to create action. If he's not trying to create action and they both fight in their fight, I'm telling you, BS. Okay. All right. Y'all keep undermining T.O. His resume is as good, if not the best one out of all of them. Josh Taylor and Lomachenko and shit. Y'all, okay, man. All right. Y'all saw what he did with Barboza. Okay. Fantastic fighter, bro. Yeah, I mean, you can hate the racist statements and all that. Me too. I hate that shit too. Fantastic fighter, though. Is it possible Lamont like Vernon Forrest as against everyone but Shane Mosley? Vernon Forrest was so good. Mayorga was just, but no, Vernon was good. Vernon was really good. But I get what you're saying because he came up with Shane. He was whooping Shane's ass since they were kids, and he knew it when he fought Shane. Like, I've been beating this guy since. So, and Shane is an all-time great fighter. Am I the only one who thinks T.O. can beat Shakur? No, I think he can. I got Shakur, but I think he can. I got Shakur mostly because of Crawford. Anything that has Crawford in the range of 300 yards. That guy. Let me see. I feel like nobody gives a man a shot when he's like a legit guy against top competition. I know. They just don't like him. People let their personal feelings dictate their rationale. Shakur whipping feet in that one. Yeah, I got Shakur. I got Shakur because, honestly, I think I probably have Haney too. Stylistically, that patient, slick guy, that always give T.O. nightmares. And it just seems like he hasn't learned how to deal with it. But if he, I don't know. I think Shakur will look good if T.O. doesn't bring the heat. If they both sit back and box, Shakur wins good. But if he brings the heat, T.O. can win. I think he brings the heat, Shakur wins. I think if he boxes, listen, bro. People always think that's why they like black fighters versus Mexican fighters. They love that thing. And they always think how to beat a slick fighter is to give him a lot of pressure. How to beat a slick fighter is to be slick too. Lamont Roach just showed you. Tarver showed you. Bruh, I keep how to beat a slick fighter is to be slick too. Slick fighters know how to be patient. They don't know how to exert themselves and be first. So when you have a fighter, look at Sugar Ray Leonard versus Hearns. Hearns was boxing the shit out of him. And that's the Black Two Sugars. Let me see. T.O. has a better resume than Shakur right now. Yeah. Pitbull and Shakur might look like a Jose fight. Okay. All right. So let's move on. I want to ask you guys this. T.O. is like Jamal. He fight at his level. I agree with that too. Check this out. Shakur is not beatable. Okay, now you're capping. All right, everybody's beatable. So look. Do you guys remember we did so good on this channel with Terrence Crawford and Canelo? And remember when Terrence Crawford was on that climber machine? And I told y'all what Turki was saying? And I said Turki was saying pretty much to keep your promise. Don't retire like you owe me now that I got you this Canelo fight. Remember that? Y'all remember that? I said, hey, y'all looked at the wrong thing. Y'all thought that it was a setup for Crawford, that they're going to rob Canelo. I'm like, nah, y'all not listening to the right thing. He's telling him, don't retire. I got you this bag. Now pay it back. Remember that? Yep, I remember. Check this out.
This is the gloves of the champ. He gave it to me, and this is important gift from him. It's mean a lot to me. We do it. I like the logo. Yeah. Very, very beautiful logo. The champ, the champ have a lot of surprise for his city and for the future. He want to rest now for 1 or 2 months. Then we will tell you the surprise.
For sure.
Thank you. You must
job ain't done yet.
Yeah.
Job ain't done yet.
Yeah. Saturday, deliver the job.
But listen, I appreciate the opportunity.
No retirement. Let's get it. Yeah.
He's going to wait for 1 or 2 months. Then we'll tell you the surprise. Oh, number one, there's a surprise. We already got locked in, but hurry that shit up. Turkey don't be playing. You want to rest? 1 or 2 months. All this fighting once a year shit, we ain't got that kind of time. 1 or 2 months. And we're going to tell you the surprise. Crawford's like, certainly. Because Crawford, if it wasn't for that headbutt, that dude would have came out that Canelo fight how he looked going in. And that's the Black Two Sugars. That he's probably had worse beatings in a sparring session than what happened at Canelo fight. He's ready. He's ready, bro. Bro. Don't be surprised if it's a Charlo. Don't be surprised if it's the winner between Fundora and Keith Thurman. I heard Mbili and Martin. I heard they're having a rematch, but don't be surprised if it's Pacheco, bruh. Bro, if Pac-Man beats Rolly, do you think Bud will go down to 154? He'll beat the shit out of Pacquiao, but no, I don't think Pacquiao will go to 154. And I don't think he going to 160 to become undisputed. Listen. If he becomes undisputed again, I don't think nobody could beat bro. Hey y'all, let me keep it a bean with y'all. All right. Let's put a pause to this show real quick. Let me keep it a bean with y'all. Y'all told me that I had a bias against current fighters, and I didn't. My whole thing is current fighters don't do what the fighters were doing in the past, and y'all didn't respect what they did in the past. And y'all thought boxing is just harder now. It's not. It was harder then. The glove size, the lack of science, fighting multiple times in a month. It was harder to do that shit back then. The nutrition, everything else, the bread, the money wasn't there. These guys in more silk pajamas now than it was then. And what they did was horrendous. It was incredible. It was crazy. So there was no way these guys, on how they act now, approaches their career now and their lifestyle now, they could ever be what those guys were in the past. And here comes Crawford. So when you're doing shit like that, that's when you're part of that high quality soft spot of Satan's taint. Rare, thin cut slice. That's when you're with them. Crawford's going to keep fighting. Let that boy, man, become undisputed again. At that point, I ain't got that kind of time. If he becomes 4-time undisputed, he actually top 3 all time. Yes. I ain't got that kind of time. Bro, if Pac-Man beats Rolly, do you think? Okay. Speaking of Rolly and Pac-Man, just real quick. Actually, no. I want to take a quick break. And do what I like to play, what I like to call Unk Diabolical. Check this out.
And you know, it's ridiculous. Stop it! Get your hands off me, man. Get your hands off me, man. Back up. Back the fuck up.
You admit that you have slapped Tina before, but why, Ike?
She would be walking around looking sad, with a lip drop, and I keep asking her, "And what is the matter with you? What's wrong?" And it's always nothing. And it would go on for a day or two till finally, why the f don't you? And then this is where I would slap her or something. Then she.
Stop it! Get your hands off me, man. Get your.
None of that is funny. What I want to say is this. Those men are gone. Those were the men I grew up with. The uncles and shit who were grown-ass men at 15. I'm talking about they weigh about $105, soaking wet. Hands this big. A pinky ring that'll go around your neck. hard. They look like their skin looks like tree bark. Breath smells like yak. You'll get drunk smelling their laugh. Their laugh sounds like they're about to pass away. As black as coal, jaundice in the eyes. All of them had a cameo Whispers fro box. Show you the worst things you will ever see. Treat their women like shit. Those men are gone. Now what's left is me. I'm Unc now. Look at me. Far more soft. Look. This is what I came up with.
And you know, it's ridiculous. Stop it! Get your hands off me, man. Get your
see that you can't put on Smurfs, Scooby-Doo, and think they're gonna sit down with you. All right, they ain't doing that shit. They don't play with you and stuff like that. They show you a gun. They show you their knife that's in their cowboy boot. Right. They show you a magazine with a woman with the hairiest bush you've ever seen. You 7 years old. You 7 years old. I think about that's the best move. Some still don't give credit after 3 times. I believe he is chasing the best ever. Yeah, to have done it, period. And then, I'll be right there calling him the GOAT. Ike Turner, the original Bareknuckle. Traverse, man. I told you, don't say anything. I told you. Hey, who you got, Biz? Laura or Jay? Oh yeah, I've been looking at that. I got Laura. I got Laura. It's the day of the slick right now. Could the surprise be rematch against Canelo? Could be. Play it one more again. I got you. No problem.
And you know, it's ridiculous. Stop it! Get your hands off me, man. Get your hands off me, man. Back the fuck up.
You admit that you have slapped Tina before, but why, Ike?
She would be walking around looking sad, with a lip drop, and I keep asking her, "And what is the matter with you? What's wrong?" And it's always nothing. And it would go on for a day or two till finally, why the don't you? And then this is where I would slap her or something. Then she.
Stop it! Get your hands off me, man. Get your.
Hey, look at Ike. Look at those guys. Their big toenail bed will pull out a nail in a rickety fence. If there's a nail stabbed in a rickety fence that's crooked and bent, their toenail bed will pull it out way before the back of a hammer can. And that's the Black Two Sugar. Those guys, they're gone. They gone. But bruh, the scariest, your mama bring that man home. Hey, this is my new friend, Rollo. Rollo come in and say, "Hey, baby." Bruh, he's 24. "Hey, baby. What's going on?" That shit sound like your car trying to rev up. That dude right there. And here's the thing. Give him a cup of Kool-Aid that isn't sweet enough. That your whole wall gonna have Kool-Aid on it. Your whole wall. Give him some Kool-Aid that isn't sweet enough. That your whole wall. Okay. All right. I'm trying to get back on boxing. All right. Look. Where were we? We talked to Pacquiao Rolly. Listen. Telling all of Unc's secrets is diabolical. Hey, listen. Pacquiao Rolly. I got Rolly. Accuracy is crazy. Oh, that's Black Two Sugars. I got Rolly. Listen. I'm not gonna bull jive. Manny Pacquiao was robbed against Mario Barrios. But Mario Barrios had his safety on that Glock. That's the black two sugars. He had the safety on it. Rolly doesn't know better. Rolly doesn't know better. He's gonna hit that man with some shit that's gonna make Pacquiao be like, never mind. and that's the black two sugars. Hey, I've been saying that. I know. I saw it too. I was just so happy for Pacquiao, but I was looking at him like he ain't throwing it. He ain't trying to hurt him. He ain't throwing it to hurt him. Bruh. Hey, bruh. Rolly ain't gonna get the memo, and he's gonna swing away because they think Rolly isn't good enough. He outboxed Ryan. I mean, it's not saying a whole bunch, but what I'm saying is they don't think Rolly's good enough. They're not gonna send him a memo. Pacquiao's gonna run in there, try to do a hop, and Rolly's gonna throw an overhand, some shit, and Pacquiao's gonna be like, matter of fact. And that's the black two sugars. That may set up a Rolly versus the winner between Devin Haney and Brian Norman, which I don't know who I got that fight anymore, man. I'm looking at it, and I can kind of, because Haney looks huge. You know, it's that Terrence Crawford shit. Like Terrence coming in looking huge. It's like, hold on. You know what I'm saying? He mess around, block a hook from Norman. Norman ain't hurting him. It's like, wait, how's Norman not hurting? Then Haney hit him with a jab, and Norman gets rocked. It's like, wait a second. You know, I'm gun shy now. Now I'm kind of like, that Terrence Crawford shit messed with me. Like I'm starting to look like, man, dog. What if Haney hit him with a straight, you know, fa-boom. You know, Norman never got hit like that. It's like, oh shit, he looked like the Norman before we thought he was special. Like, you know, I'm feeling weird. You know, you got snack. The 1.21 gigawatts is like, hey, I'm feeling weird, man. You know, that snack. Let me see. He outboxed Ryan. Like that. You heard what I said. Let me see. Okay. Real quick, we're gonna move on again, and then we're gonna talk about. Wait, did we cover everything? Pretty much. And then we're going to talk a little, we're going to make some bets. This is a video I like to call Giggle Bay. Check this out.
Why should you date me? Because I am the opposite of your mother. I'm fun. I'm crazy. I'm wild. And we're going to have fun together. Let's go partying. I'm a senior beauty consultant with Mary Kay. So I host a ton of house parties. The parties get nuts. And it ends in a lot of sales. For me. My worst qualities. Oh, why can't they just find that out on their own? Warning. Fine. I'm needy. I don't think I have been in love before. Wouldn't I know? My biggest fear is growing old and boring. Being with this person, I don't even know him anymore, and we're sitting on a big, ugly couch, and we're eating hot dogs and mac and cheese, and just catatonic watching something on the TV. That is my nightmare. I hope that does not happen to me. I'm a horrible cook, but I'm great. I'm great at being a guest at a restaurant, because I love going out to dinner.
Let me tell you this. She's fat now, but that's not, you know what I'm saying? That's everybody. That's not even, you know what I mean? But two, with a giggle like that, with a laugh like that.
And, you know, it's ridiculous. Stop it. Get your hands off me, man. Get your hands off me, man. Back the fuck up.
You admit that you have slapped Tina before, but why, Ike?
She would be walking around looking sad. Looking sad with a lip drop, and I keep asking her, and what is the matter with you? What's wrong? And it's always nothing. And it would go on for a day or two till finally, why the don't you? And then this is where I would slap her or something. Then she
stop it. Get your hands off me, man. Get your.
Hey, she's a murderer. I can mess with that. She may have somebody like. You know what I mean? Like new concrete in her basement. Like, why that block? You come in and you're like, why that block of concrete a little like a darker gray?
And there's a little bush here. There's a body there. Let me see. Let me see. Norman Jr. wins if he's on Transparent Labs. Traverse. Facts. That's a fact. 100. 100. 100. But you know what, Traverse? I asked you, brother. Comments from you right now. You on timeout, dog. Brother, you are on timeout, my brother. For real. I don't want to. You know what? I'm going to ignore everything you say for the next 30 hours. And that's the Black Two Sugars. I'm going to ignore everything you say until Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Then we could go back. But for the next 30 hours, I don't know you, bro. And that's the Black Two Sugars. Let me see. I got hang. Let me see. Terrence Crawford got me not even wanting to make predictions. Me too. Let me see. I was 90% sure about Canelo, but he was yeah, anything can happen in boxing. I'm saying, bro. Okay. Hey, y'all, I want you guys to check this out. Check this out real quick.
Come on, boys. Let's go. Baseball. Baseball. Yeah.
And this is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen.
Violence. Who's the king of violence? Come on, boys. Let's go. Baseball. Baseball.
It's Mike Perry, Jeremy Stevens. Perhaps a fight with McGregor on the line.
Okay, here. Like they said, perhaps a fight with McGregor on the line. Let me break this down. This is why I want to see this diabolical shit. All right. Mike Perry versus Stevens. The weight difference is throwing me all the way off. So I'm actually lit about it. Conor has no chill. I want to say this. Whoever wins that fight supposedly may be fighting the owner in Conor McGregor. I've never, that's like Dana White, like having a fight with Dana White after this is crazy. They are crazy over there. All right. Number two, Conor doesn't like Mike Perry. And honestly, though I like Mike Perry, honestly, Conor's right. He doesn't like Mike Perry because Mike Perry went to fight Jake Paul. And he's like, get that McDonald's cheesy ass shit out of here. You made us look bad. Jake Paul done knocked you out and everything. You made us look bad. You one of the faces of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. We're just now getting off the ground. We're trying to make this into a real thing, and you went and you did that. Instead of trying to fight for titles and grow our sport, you went and did that, and coming back, now we look cheesy over here. I get Conor. I totally get Conor on that. And he's starting to look at him like, dude, are you for the bag or are you trying to make this great? You can be the greatest or start it off like those guys back in the day with UFC, like Hoist Gracie and shit, kick it off as one of the legacy greats. I get Conor on that. Conor talking about throwing his. Let me see. Key bumping Conor. Listen, I don't know. I know hella cheese pull, which makes me feel weird about boxing. For Conor to be like, man, get that out of here. Like for him to be acting like that, right? And Tank fighting Jake. And it's like, yeah, man, he's getting to the bag. And it's kind of like, yeah, I get the energy of people being like, man, you got us looking strange over here, man. That's why I'm like, Tank, you got us sleeping, bro. It's going to be hard to do because you're a heavyweight, but you got us sleeping. Which, that's another reason why Lamont Roach is making Tank look strange. He's fighting at 140, no problem, after a pit stop at 135 when Tank has openly said, I'm uncomfortable to fight at 140. But then fight Jake Paul at heavyweight. There's so much. Hey, listen. Conor off that China White. Yeah, 100%. Listen, bro. It's better to be a fan of the sport than the fighter because the fighter is going to disappoint you. If you're a fan of the sport, you can talk freely about all of them. You can just be like, yo, that doesn't make sense with what you said before. You can do it. It doesn't hurt your feelings to talk freely when you own yourself, when they don't own your fandom, when you're a fan of the sport, and you can just that way, you know what I'm saying? You see some bull jive, you ain't got to get your feelings hurt about it, and you ain't got to be fighting in the comments and lying your damn self to protect them. Shit just, that's why we're very consistent in the war room. You don't have to look like a damn fool. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody who called me a Crawford hater found out I wasn't. I got him on a Mount Rushmore because what I said was about how I predicted the fight. Nothing against them. Oh, ShowBizz, you said, listen, there was one time that I can say that I didn't choose logically, and it was a Terrence Crawford fight. It was Errol Spence. That made no damn sense to think Errol would win the fight. It was because I saw that one media workout. I'm like, oh, I can see it. I ain't see shit. I thought I saw it. Oh, yeah, my dumb ass. Crawford whooped his ass from pillar to post. let me see. Other than that, I had logic behind it. What's different from when Conor fought Floyd? Exactly. But the thing is, with Conor, this is number one. Floyd Mayweather is number one. Floyd Mayweather is one of the greatest boxers of all time. So that's a bit of a difference. So Conor trying to outbox one of the greatest boxers of all time is a bit different. If you think Jake Paul is one of the greatest boxers of all time, then that's on you. All right? But Floyd Mayweather, one of the greatest boxers of all time. Number two, his fight with Floyd Mayweather helped build UFC. Mike Perry getting dominated by Jake Paul made bare knuckle. It just ain't. Floyd and Conor, that helped build UFC. But another thing, though, Conor McGregor is speaking from a different perspective. He's only speaking from, this is my organization perspective. So I get where he's coming from. Mike Perry just trying to fight for the bag. I get where he's coming from. But I definitely get where Conor's coming from. Let me see. Yeah, comparing Jake to Floyd, that's wild as hell. But he may think Jake is an all-time great boxer. He may think Jake's the best boxer ever. So he thinks it's as prestigious. He can't even tell the difference, right? So, I mean, not everybody's the same. And you got to accept that people think differently. You know what I'm saying? But I am going to place a bet. Right now in the live, I want you guys to tell me who I should place the bet on. I'm going to make a short of me placing the bet because I'm trying to think how much money I want to place on the bet. I want it to be a lot, though, because when it's a lot of money, I got crazy bubble guts, and it lets me know I'm alive. Pitbull versus Lamont Roach. I'm going to place a big bet on that. I'm definitely going to place a bet on Bareknuckle tomorrow. But I'm going to place a big bet on Pitbull and Lamont Roach. Should I just bet on the underdog? Yeah, it's just going to be a straight bet. Put 50K on it, bid. That's I do have money, but I ain't got that kind of, that's crazy. But I'm saying I may put about 10,000 on it. Pitbull by KO. That's a good bet because Pitbull is probably the favorite. If he's not, I'm going Pitbull straight. But if Pitbull's the favorite in San Antonio, but Pitbull don't be knocking people out like that anymore. Let me see. Not at all. I was just referring to the money aspect. Oh, you got to refer to the entire thing. 15K on Roach. 15K on Roach. I can see that if Roach is the underdog. Roach Biz, please listen this time. Pitbull is the underdog. Then I'm betting on Pitbull. Wait a second. Let me just check something real quick. Let me check something. My bookie that I wanna try. Our bet to make, and somebody said mix it up, and I like that. Mix it up is probably the best way to do it, because I did win some money on Crawford. Thank goodness. I've been winning a little bit on NFL too. I bet on NFL too all the time. I bet on NFL every week. For real. Like, you know I do mostly boxing here, But I make bets on a lot of things on my bookie. Yeah, if look, hey. Somebody won $4,000 on that Terrence Crawford betting against my picks. They bet against the ShowBizz curse, and they just said he won $4,330 something using the ShowBizz curse. I think they're going to do the ShowBizz curse every bet I make. Hold on, let me see. Let me look into this. That is crazy. Do they have Roach up yet? And I just want to see how Roach isn't up yet. That makes sense too. Hold on. Let me be sure. Let me be sure. Wait, something's up. I don't think I'm doing this right. Hold on. Okay. Wait. What the hell? Open bets. I'm sorry, y'all. I know you can't see. Hold on real quick. Oh. Wait a second. Okay. October. Wait, when's the fight again? December 6th? They got the fights. They got a lot of fights out here. They don't have it up yet. Better be up versus Nicholson. Haney and Brian Norman. Shit. They got Brian Norman the favorite too. Shit. This I gotta wait. I gotta wait. Once Roach doesn't have to hurt this episode is fine. I think I'm gonna do a combination. Put a little bag on Roach by stoppage. Let me think, because I don't think Roach is gonna get stopped. I don't think Pitbull is gonna get stopped. So why do that? You can't just bet on both, because then it doesn't make sense as far as the amount of money you win. It's like, hey, Sexy Kendra, stop playing. I think I'm Roach by stoppage is crazy. I never saw Pitbull hurt. I know, and I don't see Roach. He's not knocking. He don't be knocking people out. And at 140, odds would be pretty good. Roach by stoppage. I know everybody. The show is pretty much over. This is like encore stuff. So I don't really have much else to add. I'm just trying to think through. I think I just don't. I think I got Pitbull, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I got Pitbull and San Antonio throwing hooks and shit. I think I got Pitbull. At 140, Lamont doesn't move around like that. I think I got Pitbull. I think Lamont was just great against Tank that day. I think Lamont is still Lamont. The same Lamont that we thought was a cherry pick for Tank, and all y'all done switched up. I think I got Pitbull, man. I can see Lamont winning because Pitbull doesn't look fantastic all the time. Sometimes Pitbull just looks like he ain't hurt nobody or nothing. Better draw. Lamont Roach ain't trying to get knocked out or nothing. Lamont Roach ain't trying to lose. Bam, bam, boom, bam, boom, bam. He may just be catching punches and throwing counters and whooping Pitbull's ass. Honestly, he can be sitting there like boom, pop, bam, bam, pop, pop, boom, whoop. Like he could be whooping his. Who knows? Is Lamont Roach that good? Like he made bam, bam, bit, whip back. But Hector Garcia was getting busy. Shit. Let me look into it. So everybody, tomorrow we be calling. Now I sound like this brother. Now I sound like this brother right here.
And you know, it's ridiculous. Stop it! Get your hands off me, man.
That's where I'm at. Why did he ask to do it in the car? Was he supposed to be like, yeah? Roach is champ. He's bigger. Roach is the champ. When is he the champ? He's bigger, more technical. Rayo beat Pitbull. I know, but Rayo's totally different. Okay, this is what I mean. It's like saying, let me give it's like saying Roy Jones beat James Toney. So Michael Second to None would beat James Toney. The way they both are boxers, but the way they box is totally different. And Rayo, his busyness and how he boxes totally different. Lamont Roach is like, pat, pat, pat. He's like that. While Pitbull is like, boom, 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 boom. But Rayo is like, bam, 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 bam. And he's different. And he moves with his pop, 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 pop. He's different. They're not even close. They're not even close. It's like saying Tommy Hearns and Bernard Hopkins. It's like they're not even close. Tommy Hearns is boom, boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, boom. And Bernard Hopkins is like bam, bam, boom. They're totally different. Bernard fights on the inside, Hearns fight on the outside. Lamont Roach fight in the kitchen. El Rayo fights on the outside. And he punches harder than Roach. Like, to keep bringing up Rayo is diabolical. They're so different. It's like Biz, Pitbull gonna run into a punch like Broly did with Tank. Yeah, but Tank hits like a damn mule. And Roach, you think Roach punches are like Tank's? Tank couldn't hurt Pitbull. Y'all, all of a sudden, I'm blown away. I didn't hear all this before the Tank fight. That Roach punches harder than Tank and Roach box like Terrence Crawford. I ain't heard none of this shit before Tank. I'm not sure. Are these Tanky Wankies? Well, he had a draw with Tanky Wanky, so he must be the caliber of Floyd Mayweather. Like, I ain't hear none of this shit before Tank. I ain't heard none of this shit. All of a sudden, he breaks Pitbull's jaw. Coming from 130, he can box and swim without getting wet like Sweet Pea Whitaker's. Like, where did this come from? Please. Because y'all not going to act, am I in the Twilight Zone? Y'all not going to act like I wasn't just there. This platform, we were all saying the same thing. None of y'all was saying, hey, this dude punch harder than Tank. He can beat Pitbull at 140. He swim without getting wet like Sweet Pea. I ain't heard none of that shit. None of it. I heard Roach out of there. Did you see Turki say he had future plans to announce for Butt, brother? If you don't rewind, just rewind the tape, brother. Roach made Tank look weird a couple times. Yo, here's the thing. Delusional. Stacey Kendra. I'ma go further. While we're bull jiving, I'ma go further. He don't have Tank power. I didn't say that. Listen, he ain't even known for having power, period. But while y'all bull jiving, there's people who think Tank won. I think Lamont Roach won 7-5 without that knockdown being scored. 7-5 is close. There's people who saw 7-5 the other way. Y'all act like this Roach situation is he's the next Shakur. y'all say he got skills like Shakur and punch like Wilder. It's ridiculous. He don't have Tank. I didn't say that. Bandwagon fans, Biz. That's what they are. It's crazy as hell. There's people that look at that fight and say, y'all giving it way too much credit on Lamont Roach. There's a lot of y'all who's looking at the fight. That's like he gave him a fight, and because of that, y'all think he won. He just gave him a fight. The reason why I get that is because people thought Tarver beat Roy the first time when Roy beat him to me, clearly. But he gave Roy his closest fight, so people thought Tarver got robbed. That is like a real thing. I need to watch the Tank Lamont Roach fight again. I need to watch that shit again. But I know it should have been a knockdown, and he got robbed of the knockdown, meaning he got robbed of the draw. That's for sure. But with that said, I still thought he won without the knockdown. But let's look at it. I have to look at it again. But yeah, styles make fights, especially if you had a bad day, which had a bad day. Tank was out there with his head down, twiddling thumbs all press conference. You see him messing with the balloon against Jake. You think the balloon playing Tank is the one who knocked out Leo Santa Cruz? Ever since Floyd, that dude been playing with balloons and looking down and twiddling thumbs and shit. What happened to Tank? You mess around, look good against that Tank. All of a sudden, people think that you're the next Sweet Pea Whitaker. It's crazy as shit. Let me see. Even though Roach don't have power, the way Cruz fight, he can get clipped by a sharp boxer because speed is power too. I understand that. Anything can effing happen. But we're talking about Roach. Tell me the fights where Roach was knocking people out and clipping them. Tell me. That's my problem. Here's my problem. I don't think of magic enough. I think of what I saw, which is my detriment at times. It's hard for me to just pull magic out my ass. All of a sudden, Lamont Roach is knocking out Pitbull at 140. I don't look at him versus Tank and say that's him. I look at his career. I just haven't seen it. But if it happens, he's better than Tank. And that's the Black Two Sugars. Jamel Herring did Roach bad. I've seen Roach sitting on his tail. So, listen. I don't know, man. Hey, listen, man. Y'all did tell me that Crawford was an everything man and that Crawford can wrestle. But and my wife is Mexican and all that. But my whole thing is Crawford has proven to be different. Roach, I love him like a play cousin, but damn. Let me see. Rayo ain't scoring much on the move. He scored off the catch and shoot on Pitbull. Roach could do the same. Has to be disciplined for 12 rounds. So yeah, but Rayo did it all. It was the perfect fight. Not only just catching, but he did it with movement. The movement allowed for the catch and shoot. The moving around and the feinting allowed for it, on top of the combinations. And he outpunched him when it was time to with flurries. They swung together. Bam, 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 bam. It's not, oh, he scored with the catch and shoot, so that was it. No, bro. There's a lot that goes into it. The swiftness of the combinations and how long he was throwing 7-8 punch combinations is everything. The ability to do it. Rayo fought the perfect fight that night. And it was close. But let me know how you feel in the comments below. ShowBizz adult. Listen. I'm gun shy now because of the Canelo Crawford thing. All right. But I can't let that get in the way of just my logic, bro. All right. Now, Lamont Roach can definitely win the fight because Pitbull, he's not always looking great. Sometimes you just like, hey, this dude looks, his role about to stop. So, I'm thinking about that too. Sometimes a fighter can just get better, right? You fought Tank. All it took was this. The difference between a good athlete and a great one is this. Maybe the switch happened. Maybe you believe that you're that good. You mess. Look at Terrence Crawford. He's all belief. All belief. Nobody can beat me. Nobody ever will ever. Like he's, and that just makes him, he feel he beats everybody in everything. Madden, basketball, football. Like he is psyched out. You got to be delusional. And Lamont Roach is definitely delusional enough. So go to San Antonio and whoop Pitbull ass. It can happen. All right. I just got to think for a minute, and I'll be placing a big bet on my bookie. All right. ShowBizz adult. I'm out. Huh. Oh, my goodness. Love you, boy.